Alrighty then, g'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael, and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to yet another Wednesday Curse of Strahd. It has been so long. We've had to miss last week because I had no voice. I'm gonna be honest. I had such a big game. I literally sound like Tom Waits trying to run D&D. So it was a whole thing. So yeah, welcome everyone once again. We are back in Barovia with, of course, our wonderful Patreons who support the channel and who have done many things to make sure that I can keep my lights on and keep doing this amazing thing. Joining me today, of course, are none other than Neil from Immersion Diversion, playing the role of the Gug, the Chronomancer Goliath Wizard. Good evening, Neil.
Hello, Michael.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Now, Vagag is on a quest across Barovia in order to try and find his missing students. Alas, he has found but one of them so far, a man who has been transformed into a hideous undead through the evil machinations of Strahd's kitchen hand. Oh, but alas.
No!
Alas. But nonetheless, there are still 2 students to find, and hopefully they will indeed find them during the course of the adventure. Next, of course, the indomitable, the incredible, the indestructible Argento, our dragonborn paladin, played by the equally indomitable Charles from Iron Ghost Gaming. Is it Iron Ghost or Iron God? Iron Ghost. Yeah, I got it right. Yeah, good. All right. Hey, man, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am doing splendiferously. How are you?
Good.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I do have a question to ask. Because, of course, I'm in WA, as many people know. How's lockdown going?
Actually, I'm not in lockdown, so I'm in Brisbane, or Gold Coast. So
nice. So in which case, congratulations, you've apparently got the Olympics. That's a thing.
Yeah, they just announced that not a while ago.
Awesome.
Jeez.
So,
because that's what what we think when we're thinking Australia. You know, like let's go to Brisbane. That's where we want to.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's it. You know. No, it'll be great. It'll be awesome. And
Awesome.
that's so cool. All right. So Argento, of course, our dragonborn paladin,
Yes.
is on a quest to try and prove his strength, not only to himself but to his master, who had bestowed upon him a mighty hammer in order to rend his journey and adventure with the strength and might of his people. Since arriving in Barovia, he has discovered a rather macabre secret, and that is, of course, Strahd is the man responsible for wiping out his people all those years ago. And, of course, deep within the cellars of Strahd's castle are several massive wine casks filled to the brim with wine that is stewing with the bodies and blood of the dragonborn clansmen of Argento. Very, very tragic story there.
Yes.
So Argento is on a quest for vengeance against the evil Strahd, in hopes of freeing the souls of his fallen comrades and, of course, redeeming himself. Next up, of course, in a more whimsical fashion, is, of course, the delightful Domiro, a satyr bard being played by the equally whimsical Tim, who is, of course, a dear friend of mine from Perth. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Michael.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Excellent. This is wonderful news. Now, Tim, along with his luscious beard, are both playing the incredible character of Domiro, who, as far as I can tell, are just...
Both, yes. Me and my beard are both playing characters.
Yes, you are.
Playing
You
separate
and your beard
characters.
are both playing. It's hard to tell where you end and your beard begins.
Demiro and Tomorrow.
So, Domiro, as far as I can tell, is on a quest to have fun.
Pretty much.
It's
Yeah.
just-
Well, it's probably. I'd say having fun is a side effect, more a thirst for excitement and adventure and new things. Anything new.
so like wanderlust kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Along the way, he has made a number of friends, and including, of course, the traveling companions he finds with himself here. Demiro's, I guess, quest in life is to experience and learn about all manners of the world, including, of course, the lands of Barovia. Taste the wines, enjoy the food, meet the people, and experience it all to the fullest. Which definitely.
And I want to uncover the evil plot that the Dragonborn had that Strahd had to go and rescue a nation from.
Ah, yes. That was a whole thing. And last but absolutely not least, the wonderful and enchanting Esther, our changeling cleric, who, of course, is played by the equally enchanting McKinley. Good evening, McKinley. How are we doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am doing well. I got a little secret to share with you, Mac, about you know that little like Strahd token I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like a super major plot point, like massive spoiler. I did not realize it. I literally just went Strahd token, and that was it. And then I put it there, and apparently it's a huge spoiler. And somebody after one of the games told me about that, and I was like, huh. Cool. No, they don't have this really cool and powerful artifact that I knew nothing about in the game. But thanks. Good to know. So yes.
So, let me see if I can capture it.
So just saying, if at any point in time you want to use that Strahd token to like negate an event, just saying, put there, just save me a lot of embarrassment. Anyway.
Also,
Yes.
I think I sped run that quick enough.
Oh, you did? A little bit to the side a bit.
It's Tim's beard, just anyhow.
Beard. Yeah, Tass is saying that a beard that magnificent gets a character to play.
That's true. We'll give Tim a second character and make him play it. All right. Now, Esther. Now, I believe Esther's current quest is actually one of a bit of a mystery tied in with Esther's upbringing. Esther was raised by a series of, let's say, spellcasters for the sake of brevity, and one of which was his sister, a woman by the name of Madame Luna. Who had made a deal with dark and evil forces and had offered Esther in place of herself, dragging Esther along in this dark and desolate journey. She has yet to find out more beyond what Madame Una's connection to Barovia was, but along the way has found kindred spirits, ranging from, of course, the wicked witches of the Bone Grinder, all the way through to the mysterious fortune tellers of the Vishanti. There are a number of magical and mysterious characters that Esther is using to not only learn more about her own magics, but of course the purpose behind her being lured here by someone whom she considered sister, comrade, friend, and family. All right, without any further ado, we find ourselves back in the lands of Barovia, as suddenly from atop the tower, Van Richten's tower, which our group last week had climbed to the tippy-tip top, upon gazing at the lands of Barovia, the sounds of howling coming from the forests, the padding of these immense, powerful paw steps as they charge and careen towards the tower. Demiro, from the top of the tower, as you gaze out, the others looking out from within the tower, out the windows, you see several incredible werewolves charging at rapid pace towards Van Richten's tower. They howl as they seem to have caught a scent. As you are circled, we are going to go into what I like to call the pre-round. They have not arrived yet, but it will only be a matter of time before they are upon you. Demiro, you are at the top of the tower.
I am.
This is
anyone else coming up?
Van
or
Richten's study.
no one-
From
no one's behind
below,
me?
you can see that this is the floor where the platform that the clay golems on the bottom floor had been lifting up to the top had eventually stopped due to some mechanical errors. And that is where everyone else happens to be. In order to get any higher, you need to climb up the scaffold to get to where Demiro is. And as we get ready for prep, Jasmine Bailey has made a plot twist. Now, guys, as Jasmine has,
Yeah, already.
as Jasmine has graciously demonstrated, guys, if you are here at the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, then I invite you not only to sit and watch and enjoy the magic that is Dungeons and Dragons, but also you are members of the GM assistants. You are behind the Game Master's screen. You can come up with any ideas, thoughts, plans, or in this case, you can spend channel points or donations to influence the course of the game. Now,
Such as, these werewolves are not werewolves, they're actually
Swearwolves! They turn to you and say, beep,
Werewolves.
beep, 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 you mother beep, beep, beep.
They're werewolves.
Wow.
So
They just come to ask us a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
All right, here we go. Jasmine Bailey, you can pick from Lucky Day or What Are the Odds? And all thing fantasy, you may pick, because he's just gotten it. You may pick Backstabbed or Moment of Glory. Those are your choices. Also,
But come on, that's obvious, isn't it?
all right. Also, guys, a big welcome to the Rakam. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Let me just do a quick shout out here. I apologize, guys. We'll get onto things.
Could we have a map, please?
Yeah, I can do that. There you go. All right, there we go. We have shared the map. All right. Now, guys, for those of you who just joined us, who don't know what I am or what I'm doing, I am Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I run a bunch of tabletop role-playing games, including Dungeons & Dragons. We are playing Curse of Strahd, where our heroes, the Garg, the Chronomancer Wizard Goliath, Argento, our Dragonborn Paladin, Demiro, our Satyr Bard, and Esther, our Changeling Cleric, are currently up atop a Witch Hunter's Tower, and are currently being surrounded by a number of terrifying werewolves who have been hot on their trail and are now closely encroaching upon their location. That is where we're at. This is now just the prep round before the werewolves attack. So, I have one plot twist done, sort of.
Having a quick look around the top as what's up here. Obviously, no people. Person.
Okay, so let's just turn the music down a teeny bit. All right. Looking around the top of Van Richten's tower, you can see a number of strange, bizarre, and weird artifacts lining the entire area. To the north, you see what looks to be a kind of journal put on a desk with a variety of like inkwells and quills. The words written on the pages seem to be in kind of some sort of coded cipher. To the south, you can see a well-kept bed. It has not been slept on in some time. And to the right, a stove with a big pile of wood that one would use for a fire. You believe that this is where one would have slept and more or less lived among the tower.
It looks like it hasn't been used for a while.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
All right. Now, in addition to this, I would like for you to make me a perception check as you look around, trying to find anything that might help you against the werewolves.
Ooh.
Also, I don't know if I've missed Jasmine. Okay, yes, no, I did. So Jasmine's picked a thing, and yep, Wolven's picked a thing. Avarian, hello, greetings, welcome. The Rakam is rooting for the werewolves, not gonna lie. Well, stick around, I've got some pretty cool ideas for those werewolves. And BW Rabbit, hello, hi everyone. Oh my god, so many people just rocking up, this is awesome. Okay, let's do this. All right, so what do we get for our perception? 25, Jesus, all right. Now, As you cast your gaze upon the workman's table, you can see what looks to be a strange device. Upon first appearances, it appears to just be an orb of iron of some kind. However, looking at it carefully, you can see that there is a seam that runs along its center. Touching it, you believe that it could slide and open a compartment in the center. It does not seem completed, however. And I'm going to use our first plot twist card, courtesy of Jasmine Bailey. Guys, if you guys did not know, there are channel points that we can use in order to generate plot twists, which change what happens in the game, gives our hero something, gives our villain something, or you can donate in the donation chat to make plot twists happen, generate NPCs, bunch of stuff. All right, so looking at our lucky day. As you inspect it, you realize exactly what this is. It looks as though Van Richten, though he may have been hunting and researching Strahd for many years here within the tower, it seems as though he was more than aware and prepared to deal with other monstrosities. The table in front of you seems to contain a series of instructions for creating Wolfsbane grenades. These grenades were said to be able to not defeat or kill, but to repel those who are suffering from the lycanthropy affliction. These are, however, as I mentioned, not completed yet. There are still some reagents missing, but they may possibly be in the tower, as he seems to have been partway through construction.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess while the others are doing their prep, I will see if I can find what the ingredients are, at least, so I can call them down and see if the others can find them.
So you pick up the instruction manual, and as I mentioned, it's all in a cipher. So you're kind of just trying to just work your way around the cipher and try to figure out. Damn it! What was this? What's this? It's eggplant? It can't be eggplant. No, dude, there's no eggplant here. Eggplant doesn't even
I'll try dancing at it as well.
Yeah.
Guess that works.
Yeah, okay. Just try dancing at it. It does not work. But you do bust a goddamn good move. So you're like, All right. So that's what our bard does. Meanwhile, on the floor below, still upon the rickety... come back here, you. Still upon the rickety elevator is, of course, Vigag, Argento, and Esther. What are you guys doing during the prep round?
So we heard that as well outside?
You have heard the howling, and you can look out the nearby windows, which you can see in the corner points of the room. You can very clearly see these werewolves on en route.
Okay. So my fly is still up from last time. It lasted 10 minutes. So I'm going to say to these guys, I'm going to fly down to the second floor and yell to the golems to defend. Maybe they'll fight as well. Maybe they'll fight the werewolves.
All right. Leaning over the edge, you yell out to the golem, "Defend!" The golems immediately release the chains that they were holding. This doesn't drop the elevator or anything like that. It just stays where it is. But the golems, they don't have legs. They're kind of almost like they're embedded into the ground in that position. But as soon as you say the word defend, you watch as they look around, and you watch as one of their arms become like this bladed weapon, and the other arm becomes a shield, and they both look at the door as if preparing for an attack. All right, Argento, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I think I want to go over to the scaffolding and have a look out to see if I can get a better vantage point of maybe how many there are and where they're coming from exactly.
Sure. You make your way over to the scaffold. As far as you can count, there appears to be 6 large wolf-like creatures. Of the 6, 4 of them appear to be bipedal, leaning over and using their upper gate to like lumber towards the tower. 2 of them, however, appear to be in the full form of a massive wolf, and just they're much faster and they're moving towards the tower a lot quicker. However, behind them, you see another figure. Somebody else who seems to be weirdly keeping pace with the rest of them. You see this figure, And he's just like if you've ever watched the Hulk movie with Edward Norton, right? It's like that scene where that soldier's like running after Hulk, and he's just booking it. So you watch as this guy's just, and he is athletically keeping up with the wolves. Every now and then he kind of leaps over a log, but he leaps in a very weird way. Like he places his hands and then he lifts his feet, almost completely airborne as he just flies and gets massive airtime and keeps going.
All right, so I'll let Esther, who's there, I'll kind of yell out so everyone can hear that. I'll let them know that there's 6. I count 6 and another person following them. It looks like there's a man following them who's keeping pace. I'm not quite sure how this is happening in my mind, but I'm a bit confused by that. But I'm letting them know there's 6, and then there's a man following.
Okay, Esther, what would you like to do? God damn! Calm down, wolves.
So real quick first, can I see those sort of gargoyle-looking figures on the second floor, going off the extension?
The gargoyle figures.
The golems.
Yeah, no,
those. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I would say that yes, you if you leaned out the window because you're on the floor above where they are, you could see that the floor below you would be able to kind of walk out the window and follow the scaffold to where the gargoyles are. That being said, there is a scaffold there that leads to the ground. So this scaffold here actually goes down to the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious if I could discern what those 4 outreaching things were, but let's see. I just has Vigog flown back up yet, or are you still on the second floor?
I'm still on the second floor.
Okay.
Get down here, Vigog. There he goes.
Sorry.
So just loud enough to where I mean, I don't know if Demir can hear me, but at least Argento and Vigog can hear me. Just say, I have an idea, but we need to stick close for now. Try to stay as close as possible.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to organize us to basically get closer together.
Yeah, so I'll come back in a little bit then to sort of get more closer to Esther, and yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right. With that, you make your way in and stay close to Esther, looking down and waiting for the inevitable. We are into initiative as the werewolves begin. They howl as they move closer and closer to Van Richten's tower. The first place they stop is out the front of what looks to be the wagon that you were inspecting beforehand. They all circle around it and start to smell the ground. It does not take long before they look at the door to Van Richten's tower, and as one of the werewolves gets closer, another one barks and snarls, snapping its jaws viciously. The wolf that's in the shape of the dog stops just before touching the door and looks its tail between its legs as it backs off. As they step back, you can see there's a look of curiosity. They almost wait as the human who's been running after them catches up. But he is a little, while he's keeping up, as it were, he's still a little slower than where they are, so he's still a bit further back. All right, that is what the werewolves do on their round. Argento, you're up first.
Well, I think I'm not really going to do much here. I don't want to go down there in any way, and sort of, I don't think I could take on 6 of these things by myself. So I think at this stage, I'll just sort of hold ground with Esther and just be prepared to sort of jump into battle whenever that time rises. So I kind of,
right.
Yeah, I'm not really going to do much. I just hand over to.
Do you take your hammer out and get at the ready?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So I'll have my Warhammer ready and sort of ready to attack.
All right. You're at the ready. You're looking down. It's still kind of nervous, but it's still it's a 2-story rise to where you guys are, so you're kind of feeling a bit confident. All right. Vagag.
All right. I don't really want to get like out or anything. Oh wait, no. Sorry. I'm trying to think of. Okay. So I'm wondering if I want to fly back up, or like no wait. Sorry, because did Esther point out the gargoyles outside?
Not yet.
Okay. Then I wouldn't have tried to go out because I don't know about those yet.
Sure.
I guess I'm just gonna be at the ready with Mind Sliver in case they come in. I will help the golems fight.
All right.
I'm gonna get ready with that.
You begin to conjure your magics, and as the energies and light swirl around your hands, the psychic energies are at the ready for when they incur. Demiro, meanwhile, up in the attic, you can scarcely hear the sound of the wolves, as you are much higher now than your allies. What are you doing?
I was trying to decipher the ingredients, the last ingredients for the
All right.
grenade.
Make an investigation check. Demiro's sitting there going, okay, well, I mean, from the looks of these contraptions, this is how we'd open them up. That's fantastic, but, I mean, surely a Wolf's Bane grenade needs Wolf's Bane. Your investigation leads you to believe that the ingredient that you're missing, the primary component, is Wolf's Bane. You look around. I need you to make me another investigation check. Okay. It does not appear that the Wolf's Bane is on the table. That being said, you can see a freshly gathered satchel that seems to have an assortment of herbs and spices and the like. It is old, dried, and dusty, and it sits in the corner next to the stove. Flicking it open to investigate, you can see that it has been rummaged through, but, ages and ages and ages ago. And you can see trace amount of Wolf's Bane. It's definitely here. Someone has gathered it and brought it here, but it's not on the table. Where could it be? We will come back to you as you, I presume, continue the search, the quest for the Wolf's Bane. Esther.
So, would Argent and I be able to see the other wolves sort of waiting for the man? Or is that what we got to see? Yes? Oh, is that a... Yes, I just wasn't sure. Okay, perfect, thank you. Then... Seeing that, and seeing them kind of wait, it's just going to kind of come to the conclusion, or at least conjecture that whoever that man was is sort of like a leader of sorts, so she's going to start thinking, does she know any, perhaps, I guess tactics wouldn't be the right word, but just formations or habits of werewolves in general, like how they approach a if they're all sort of like circling something.
Make a nature check for me.
Okay. Let's see.
Oof. Unfortunately, you don't know much about pack tactics and the like, but you can tell one thing is very clear. If werewolves are anything like wolves in general, you would absolutely know that werewolves and canines have a alpha or a pack leader. Likely this human or person is a pack leader.
He's the alpha.
Okay, then I just kind of tell Ginger this quick at this point, because I don't want to talk to us since they're so near at this point. I'm kind of explaining that guy's sort of like the leader, possibly.
Argento, what's your response to this as the only person in the room?
I would whisper back to her. So basically, like, so if we should focus on him, then is that what you're trying to tell me? I should focus strictly on maybe taking him out, or working with him to stop these werewolves, or because I have the ability through my ring of mind shielding. They don't know what type of creature I am. I can deceive them. I have that ability to. If, as long as they don't see me, then I can maybe pull something off that way. So, what do
that
you
man is
suggest we
calling the
do?
shots.
Yeah. So let's see how if we can get him in here, and maybe I'll focus on him, and we just keep that quiet. Obviously, when you come back, Neil will fill you in. So I'm ready to go now.
All right.
Let's get this. Let's get this guy.
It is now this individual's turn. Okay. As the man approaches, the werewolves, as I mentioned before, step aside. He walks a little bit more upright than the others, but still has a unusual gait, almost as if standing on his feet seems unpreferred. As he walks forward, he says, "Good morning. Lovely day for a run. Oh, come now.
Oh,
We know there's at least 4 of you in there. Don't be shy. Folks call me Kirill. Kirill Stonyanovich. Shut up, it's hard to say because Strahd's language is weird. Stojanovic. That's it, Stojanovic. I'm gonna copy and paste it. All right, that is what he says.
Okay. And do we have time to respond, or was that just sort of?
Yeah, no, you have time just to respond.
Okay. Okay. I guess there isn't really a good way to kind of just like peek out from window, but I just sort of yeah, down. Wait, so sorry, my hands are it does seem that we didn't have the right time to get a proper welcome down for you. It is nice to meet you.
He gives you a smile with a big toothy grin. It is at this point you realize that his canines are rather long for a person. He says, "Well, think nothing of it. Most folks around these parts aren't hospitable to strangers in the night. Lots of dangerous folk there out on the road. Say, I couldn't help but notice that you didn't seem to have modes of transportation. This wagon doesn't seem to be yours. So how did a Goliath, a satyr, a dragon, and I want to say, oh, one of Mother's children, if I'm not mistaken, find their way up Van Richten's tower, eh?"
Well, going up the tower isn't as much an issue as getting there, I'd say. But we did have transportation.
Oh, aye, that be true. One can get about, but, well, that makes you all the more curious. And how, pray, did you end up inside the tower? Folks around here know better than to mess with anything Van Richten's hooked up. You hear the dogs start to bark and snarl. You can see that as he's talking, he kind of shoots them a glance, and they start to kind of casually move around the tower. This is kind of their initiative at the top of the round, by the way. You notice that... oh, actually, no, you wouldn't notice. In fact, no one notices. Never mind. As soon as they move around the side, a couple of them just disappear from sight. So there you go.
Okay. I'll if y'all want to talk first, go ahead, because I talked about. But if y'all want me to continue.
Apparently, I can't really hear much up top anyway.
You can definitely hear the
sounds-
sounds of the barking having quieted down a little bit.
I don't know how much I can hear on the second floor in the middle, just kind of waiting.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah. So from the second floor, you would be able to hear a lot clearer Vigog because you go closer there. Esther is hearing it because she's right next to the window, and Argento, again, the window's open, so you can hear this in its entirety.
Okay. Was the front door open, or did we close that?
It is closed currently.
Okay. I wonder if I can reach. No.
All right. At this point,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was.
that's okay. At this point, I need everyone to make me a perception check.
Oh crap. One of my worst skills. Yeah.
Okay.
So many tabs open on Fantasy Grounds. I just have the combat tracker, I have Carol, I have this tab.
All right. Now, for the sake of this, I'm going to make a single roll for these guys. All right. Everyone except for Vigog notices that as the werewolves have moved around the side, two of the werewolves have started to climb the wooden structure. All right. The others seem to have kind of disappeared around the side, as I mentioned, and two of them have stayed with the alpha, as it were. All right, Argento, you're up next. You hear the conversation, and you hear the sounds of the wolves scaling the side of the building.
All right, so I'll make my way over to where the scaffolding is and sort of peer down to see exactly where they're at, how far up they've made it, sort of get a gauge, an idea of how close they are to us, and if there's a way for them to get up to where we are.
There is absolutely. So, following the pathway, if you follow me on my map,
Yep.
the werewolves would have to move around the scaffold on the first floor, then use the ladder to climb up onto the second floor, and then from there climb up the ladder to get to that third floor. So the scaffold reaches along the side of the building, but it would take a while to get up there. Two of them are starting their way up.
Is the ladder up to the third floor? Is it attached? Is it detached? Can I easily move it, or is it actually attached to the structure?
It is attached, but you could break it potentially.
All right. So I was thinking of trying to pull it off and pull it up and bring it inside so that we could hold it on the third floor. But if that's not an option, so I'll just call over to Esther and then just say, they're coming up the scaffolding. What do you want me to do? Would you like me to? Do you want me to stop them? Do you want me to break this, or should we leave it? Because I'm kind of in the middle of thinking that if I break it, how are we going to get down? We might have trouble getting down out of here, but especially with the lift being broken.
Can I hear him as well saying this?
Yep.
Yeah, I yelled out at this point.
Find something heavy.
I same return, sort of like a wait until you see the whites of our eyes situation. Until you see the purpose for coming up here, get ready to destroy the scaffolding, but don't do it yet. Wait until you see the intention.
So then I'll basically hold the warhammer ready to basically just smash on the ladder. But I'm not going to yet. I'm just going to watch them as they come up.
Yeah, if you want, I'm more than happy to give you an insight check on that Argento as you step out towards the scaffold and get ready.
Sure.
Just
All right. With an insight check of 15, these guys do not look friendly. Not in the slightest. Definitely get a bad feeling. Yeah.
I'll tell Lester they look pretty vicious. They have intent here to attack us. I don't think there's any getting out of this.
Okay.
But I'm still just holding. I'm just letting her know that, I've got a short fuse at this stage.
All right, Vigog, you're up next.
All right. Seeing no one has come in quite yet, I'm going to check one of the windows kind of next to me and I'll just have a look outside. Mine sliver is still ready, but I'm just kind of looking to see what's going on. Like, why haven't they come in yet? Kind of thing. Then I'm going to look outside.
All right. Looking outside, you can see that there are 2 werewolves climbing up the scaffold. They are pretty close to where you are.
All right. How thin is the glass, or is it like just
it's a couple inches thick.
Okay. I don't know if my spell would go through it to hit them, but like, because if I can break the glass and still hit them, but I don't know if I could just like move action, kick it in, and then, but I don't know. I want to like break the glass and attempt to hit them, but like, or just shoot through the glass and try to hit them. How does Mind Sliver? Oh wait, no, that's right. Mind Sliver, it's like, it says psychic energy into the mind of one creature that I can see within range. So it's literally I'm just pointing at them, and it just attacks their brain. So I guess if that would work, I'm gonna try and use Mind Sliver on the one that's closest to coming up the stairs.
All right. So, drag your Mind Sliver and drop it on werewolf number 2. That is the closest, I believe.
Number 2? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Oof, he has failed his intelligence save. As you reach out, Vigog, your spell creates these like metallic spikes that sort of create in the psyche this sharp, searing pain in the mind of the werewolf. It howls in anguish, and it uses its back leg to kind of like scratch at its ear as it takes 6 points of damage. Very nice.
All right, and then... the first time it makes a saving throw before the end of its next turn, it must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the save, if it makes a saving throw from anything. So yeah, so right now... Oh, wait, no, I'm 5th level. It does another d6. My bad. Okay, I'm going to drop another one on it, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Okay, so 2 more psychic. I will go ahead and change that right now. But yeah, so if it has to make a save for anything, it has to roll d4 and subtract that number from its saving roll.
All right, very well. All right, your Mind Sliver has left a lasting impact upon this poor creature. As we then go to Demiro.
There you go.
Now, Demiro, you've used this time wisely, searching around. You do indeed find that there is there's kind of like an open window. A small and cold breeze seems to be blowing from within. You make your way over to it, suspicious that, why of everything is that window open? And you look outside. You see the werewolves that surround the building. I need you to make a perception check. With a 16, you notice there is a leather bag hanging off this gargoyle. A shoestring-like strap seems to have caught on one of its horns, and it dangles in the wind.
Could I use Mage Hand to grab it?
Yes, you could.
I will do so.
All right, I need a dexterity check from you as you reach out with your mind, and this invisible force wraps around the bag. It begins to lift, and as it does, it catches on the horn. You kind of start to twist it around a bit and move it and maneuver it until it comes loose and it floats upwards. And you're like, yes, yes, yes. And eventually, it comes into your hand. Opening it up, it's filled with cheese. No, I'm joking. It doesn't.
Cheese!
Well, we'll start eating.
Like, damn it. No, it is filled, of course.
We're gonna go. At least I've got cheese.
It is filled with plenty of doses of Wolf's Bane.
At least I've got chicken.
Okay. Clutching the precious item in hand, you quickly move over to the workbench and begin preparations to create the bombs. Now, based on how well you do, will determine how many you create, or at least how many you can create with the resources you have. So, I need a intelligence check from you as you attempt to use the ciphered message, the resources you have, and your engineering skills.
Oh.
Can I use the inspiration that was given to me last game?
Yes,
maybe?
you may. That inspiration is now gone. Bam. You've used your inspiration. Thank you, by the way, to our lovely audience member who donated $10 for Domiro's inspiration. Very well. You may make a re-roll at advantage. So that means you roll again, but now you have advantage. Nice.
Whoa.
All right. Noria says if the werewolves were lactose intolerant, cheese would be a mighty weapon. Yes, it would. All right. With an 18, you quickly figure out the means and methods of creating a few bombs. However, it is a slow and arduous process requiring the crushing of the herb, the distilling of some water and boiling of it. First of all, of course, you need to boil the water, so you quickly grab hold of some of the wood and chuck it in the fireplace, and you're like, wait, I don't have a light.
Can I use heat metal instead?
Do you have any metal?
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, you grab some metal from, you grab a pot, and you just heat metal,
The pot.
push. Okay, and then you throw the pot into the fire. It's like, that'll do. Very well. The metal will heat, but now the pot's in the freaking. Oh no, you're just gonna use heat metal on the pot.
I was gonna just heat the cauldron or the
Look,
kettle.
it's been a long day. Okay, just cut me some slack. Do you know what I did? I went. You heat the pot, and then you throw it at the pile of wood so that the wood catches fire.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
So you can then heat the pot. I'm such a dumbass. That was incredibly stupid. All right, so you place the water in the pot and you cast heat metal on the pot. The pot boils. Well done. All right, Jesus.
Jesus.
Esther, it is your turn.
Jesus.
Man, really wish I was up there with my herbalism kids. But I just get the sense of herbs boiling. Wait, I'm muted. But so let's see. I need everyone to be a bit closer, but we'll get there eventually, I guess. I'd say first to Carol, you called me one of Mother's own. It seems the people of this land have a nasty habit of guessing what I am. I'm guessing correctly.
The man at the bottom of the tower, the man named Kirill, turns and says, you might be right there. Everyone has a name for things, don't they? Most folk just call us beast, wilds and animals. Mother is what we call she who has lain with Asmodeus. She whose very essence mothers the earth and gave birth to the wicked. She who rides atop a mighty house drawn by the legs of a great chicken. Look, I know it sounds stupid, but, you know, that's just the stories.
I think I know what that is. I think I've heard that story before on folklore. Yeah.
Asmodeus is your friend. His name's my friend too. No, sorry. Wow. I'm so glad this is not a Christian channel. Sorry. Carry on. Rakam tricked me.
Was he seeing that, or was?
No. Rakam tricked me. He just keep going. Ignore me. Just play the game without me.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
So let me see. So he's Carol said, I'm one of Mother's own men, he said?
Yes.
Earlier?
What he is suggesting is that you smell like a witch. Which, of course, as a changeling, being, of course, an individual who has the heterochromia gene and the like, it is commonly associated with witchcraft and those who were stolen as babies and replaced with other creatures, fae-like creatures, which are the changeling. From the traditional story, these children, or at least in this folklore, come from none other than the witch mother herself, or as some would know her, the Baba Yaga.
Oh my god.
Great. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Like I know Slavic folklore. Okay, this doesn't end. So, hearing that, I just say, you're one of hers as well.
He starts to laugh with almost like a sound like gravel rolling around in the back of his throat. He says, "Do I look like one of Baba Yaga's? No. I am born of the moon, a beast of the land, filled with hunger from the blood of those who fell before me. Look, we can get all poetic and, sing to the moon and the like, but I think it's about time that we had a bit of lunch. What say ye?"
Oh.
Using this time, I'm gonna say that this conversation happened between Esther and Kirill would also have taken up Kirill's turn as well. Which leads us back to the werewolves. The sounds of barking and shouting as the werewolves have made it to the second floor. As they do so, they need to make a saving throw to avoid being collapsed by the scaffold. One of them is at a disadvantage due to the effects of Vagag's ability.
He just gets a minus D4.
All right, so let's see. So the first guy, he does not do good. Second guy, he does even worse.
Yeah!
All right, so as the two wolves climb up on the scaffold, there's this yelping sound as both of them suddenly break through the floor and land hard, each taking 15 points of damage from the fall as they hit the ground below. Hearing that noise, Kirill sort of looks over in that direction, then looks over at the two werewolves next to him, and he goes, and the two dogs move in that direction. Meanwhile, the other wolves attempt to climb the wall the hard way. Damn!
Whoa.
All right. The first one is having trouble getting handholds and the like. The second, Vigag, you watch as the glass shatters around you, and the front half of this wolf pulls itself through. It seems to have trouble for the most part, as you know, he just squeezes in and has trouble. But instead, what he does is almost like a stroke of mad genius. He sticks his head in and then begins to shape change. And as his bones and flesh grind and twist, the werewolf's head twists and turns, and standing in front of you is not a werewolf, but a full-blown transformed dire wolf. So using his like that moment between when his body's still shaping and shifting, he squeezes through to fit and be in the inside the building. However, he is now in his wolf form, not hybrid. All right, that is all of the wolves. We now go back to Argento. Argento, you hear the sound of a crash coming from below, and you can see the second floor has collapsed underneath where your scaffold is.
Yeah. All right. So, now that it's kind of collapsed underneath where I am, obviously I'm more preoccupied with what I've heard inside below us in level 2 where Ragog is. So, so these chains or these ropes that held up the elevator, are they just like are they freestanding? So you can can you traverse them, climb up them, climb down them?
Yeah, you can.
All right. Well, because there's one on the second floor, I'm actually gonna climb down one of the ropes to the second floor, and attack the dire wolf with my warhammer.
All right, make a athletics check as you grab onto the chain for the elevator and you slide down, swinging, repelling. Beautiful. Ooh. As you swing down, make your attack as your hammer comes rolling in to try and crack him in the side.
You add the fall damage to the attack.
I will. You know what? I will throw in an extra D4 damage for the swing as well.
Ooh!
Wham! The metal finds flesh as the bones twist.
Oh.
An extra D4.
Yep. Let me grab that one. 2. Didn't put it on. I'm sorry.
You're good.
And then I have a second attack as well because I have 2 attacks now. So I'll attack him a second time. Hopefully this one.
Crit. Oh, nice.
That one hits, and then 6.
Would that one get the D4 also, Michael, or just the first one?
You're on mute.
I cast silence.
Yes, the second one would as well. Goddamn tiny wizard.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, everyone.
7, 14.
Awesome. 7.
All
I
right.
envision it kind of like Indiana Jones, like running and sliding. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Now, keeping in mind, you are still hanging. You are not actually supported. You are still hanging by the cable here. All right.
Am I able to get off, or is that it?
Nope, that's it. Your move action to come down. You swing again as your bonus action. You have no more actions. All right. Vigag. Thankfully, Argento has burst through the ceiling to come to your aid. The 2 wolves that you can see there are actually down here now because they're on the ground.
Okay. I'm going to assist Argento, and I'm going to go across this way. So being 1 or 5, 10, right to there. And I'm going to use the magic in my, or I'm going to pull the magic in from my tattoo, and I'm going to release the tendrils to try and grab the werewolf.
All right.
It needs to meet.
The magic from your tendrils reach out and lash towards the werewolf. All right. What does he need to make?
There we go. I actually have the thing on here, so strength DC save.
Oof, he does not make his strength check. The vines and the inky kind of black tattoos wrap around him in various locations.
So he takes 11 psychic damage, or force damage, and then the tendrils grab him, and he is now grappled.
Ooh, okay, let's give him the grappled condition, shall we? Grappled for werewolf number 5. All right, Demiro. All right. Unfortunately, this recipe seems a bit complex. You have only managed to pull up 1 grenade, and you've used quite a lot of the Wolf's Bane.
Well, one's better than none. Okay, I'll grab the...
Oh, wait, did you do the reroll? Sorry, I forgot to check that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, and then you got the 18. Okay, so can you roll... Sorry. My apologies. I'm still in my head. I had that you had the roll. All right, roll me a d6, please.
No test.
You have 4 of these grenades. What these are is this is a 5-foot radius... basically, it's like a stink bomb. It has no ability to cure lycanthropy or the like, but lycanthropes will be unable to approach the area, and if struck, they must flee to the best of their abilities. It is a saveless effect on were creatures, but has absolutely no effect on anything else, apart from smelling a bit, herby and crappy.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll collect them up and open up the trapdoor and head down.
All right. Opening up the trapdoor, you can see beneath you. Actually, yes. Yeah. Looking beneath you, you can see Esther, who is looking down the hole. Actually, no, you were by the window, right? Yeah, so you're over by the window. Esther, you see Demiro coming down from the loft as well.
The howling, but how are our doggy friends doing?
What was it again? Just
I heard the howling from the top, and was just wondering how our doggy friends are doing down here.
well, hopefully they won't be doing the best for long. Do I see the grenades?
You see him carrying 4 strange-looking orbs.
And what might those be?
Well, I was rummaging around up there, and
Found these Zen meditation balls. Right? Just calms me down when I'm surrounded by werewolves. Just...
it seems that whilst Van Richten might not be here, his knowledge is, and well, there was a recipe for these Wolf's Bane bombs, which seemed oddly appropriate for this time.
Esther's eyes kind of light up real quick.
I'll have a look around, see if I can spot any of them. Can I see any from up here?
Make a perception check.
Oh, do we have the music, by the way? I think you turned it down.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's change up the music a little bit. What's some good one? Ooh, I love this one. Hold on. This is one of my favorite ones. All right, here we go. This is one of my favorite ones. For those of you who want to know, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to just take a moment to acknowledge and thank our sponsors for the channel. We have Hero Forge, of course, for the lovely tokens, Fantasy Grounds for the wonderful, wonderful everything, and of course, Sirenscape for the music. If you are using Sirenscape, Curse of Strahd, Court of the Count, Vampire Killer music is just lit. I love it. Oh, maybe not Vampire Killer. Hold on. No, that's not right. Is it Vampire Killer music? No, it must be. Yeah, no, it has to be. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, sorry. Yes. Okie dokie.
No.
Thank you, of course, Tasriel, for the cheers. You, sir, are a bloody legend. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. So that was Demiro Esther.
So did I see anything?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Doi. Looking out the window, you can see...
Well, I'm kind of out on the scaffolding still.
Yes.
You
can
got a 15 perception.
Yeah, you can see the 4 wolves that seem to be down in that little cluster on the bottom floor there.
Okay.
Music's tight, right? I love this one. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Did you want to do anything with that information, Demira?
Have I got any action left in the turn?
You've used a move action to come down here. You've used, like, I'll say a bonus action to chat with Esther. You haven't really, haven't really gone into like too much detail, so I'd say you still have your standard.
Okay. So if I can see all of them. I will use universal speech on them so they can all understand me regardless of language.
Okay.
And I'll just call down, hello! I don't suppose there's any way we can talk this through.
I don't suppose.
Okay.
Wow. I love it.
All right, hold up. I do apologize. Now, one of the things I'd like to tell everyone is this. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music a little just to make this point across. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment because here's the important thing: when we find ourselves in a position where we're playing or running a game of Dungeons and Dragons, it's important to remember that you can take moments to conceptualize things, to try and figure things out. This is a moment where I would like to invite my players to go for a quick drink, grab something to drink, or go to the bathroom if you want to, or you can stay around, either or, while I very quickly weigh up a couple of options here. I want to check on a couple of things. So I'm not going anywhere, but I'll still be here, but I just need to have a think on that very particular point. Okay. So.
Well, the short answer is no. The long answer is no.
No, not quite. It's not quite that simple. Okay, so.
It was just like, yes, I did it.
Okay. So. Here is what I'm thinking.
Amazing.
Right now, my players are against a bunch of werewolves. I do have a plot twist card from none other than the very wonderful and delightful All Things Fantasy, which is a player-granted plot twist called Backstabbed. So, I can't have all of my werewolves suddenly turn on the group. Like, like I'll turn on the
Just
alpha.
start backstabbing each other.
Yeah, right. And they just can't start backstabbing each other. So, I'm thinking along the lines of having a werewolf backstab the others. The question is, 1, why would they backstab the others? 2, what benefit would they gain from siding with you? And 3, what would they hope to gain from who would they attack? Like, why would they why would they help out? Okay, here we go. So I've got the...
Dude, if the Barrow got a werewolf, like pet familiar thing.
Okay, here we go.
That would be kind of awesome.
All right,
Yeah.
so there's Kirill,
Good answers to all those questions.
Shrine of the Night. Okay.
How are
He
you?
wants to join our side, and he can be our pet.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
awesome
in
is that?
Spaceballs where it's like, is everything okay down there? He's like, yes.
One of them just to wear
How are
puppy.
you?
I can like ride on his back and everything. It's
All right,
just
here we
like-
go.
Where
Here we
else?
go. Also see evidence of
That's why.
Okay.
Join us, and I won't hit you with a wolfsbane bomb.
and attack Kieran because
Okay.
she's controlled.
All right, I got it. Done. Also, by the way, I knew there was a thing. Okay, so here is what happens, and you know what? I'm happy to actually say this because this is now being played. Thank you to All Things Fantasy for the channel point plot twist backstabbed. Tim, Demiro successfully manages to convince one of the werewolves to backstab and to turn on the others. He says that his name is Emil. E-M-I-L. I would like for you to write that down on your character sheet. Now, according to the Curse of Strahd adventure, if you go to a different location, there is a different set of events and a different set of quests in which there is infighting among the werewolf clans. Emil is looking to become an alpha.
Ooh.
So,
I like you, Emil.
Emil hasn't betrayed anyone yet. But I'm giving you this information. Yeah, I'm giving you the information to use as an opportunity to incite the backstab. So I'm not just giving it to you. It's not a mind control thing where he's suddenly shifted. But you now have the information. You are armed with the information as the player so that you can actually manipulate the narrative as you would like to see fit. You don't have to. Keeping in mind, you could just turn around and not use any of that. But one of the werewolves down the bottom is Emil. I'm going to name...
Only
let's see.
Demiro knows.
Werewolf, I'm going to say Werewolf 6. Werewolf 6 is Emil. There you go. All right, cool. Let us commence. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. Thank you, players, for your patience as well. Let us...
Do you want to cycle through and then come back to me on that, or
Sure,
what do you want to do?
not a problem.
Okay.
We will cycle back when after you've had some time to chew on that. All right, Esther, it is your turn.
Okay, so I do have an idea. I guess I'll voice it first. So with the grenade, you said that the wearers are sort of either kind of like made to be aware of that area and kind of like can't willingly go into that area or have to flee from it.
Yeah, or they'll run away if they get hit with it.
Yeah.
Okay, if we could make like a circle of it so where they're kind of like forced into a certain area, and then I use Spirit Guardians where they take damage for entering a certain area, then we could sort of like force them into a corner.
Yeah.
So
We've only got a few of them, so it'd be hard to sort of encircle them.
We can get them down below, then yeah.
yeah, if we can sort of like wrangle them. So I kind
Yeah,
of
if we got them like
Yeah.
trapped inside.
I'm
I kind of explained that to Demira.
Yeah.
Because you two are down there and kind of like
Yeah,
locked
yeah,
in
yeah,
combat,
yeah.
so I wouldn't exactly be able to get the information out. But I
No.
kind of like told Demira.
Hmm.
Um.
If we
So
can find a suitable space, we could do it.
should we go to the second floor or just draw them all inside? If all of us are on one spot, then
Yeah, we
I'm-
could do
I'm
that. I was also thinking if they continue to look rather unfriendly, then they are somewhat bunched up at the moment. We might be able to drop one right on their heads.
all right. Then I So what I do is was that my action, or is that was just or do I still have an attack opportunity?
You still have an attack.
Okay. I sort of, let's see how I want to maneuver this. I sort of, well, let me think. If they're on a scaffolding, then I want to target one of the werewolves. Let's see which one would be best for this. Sort of get their attention, make sure they're coming this way. Let's see, that is, I'll go with werewolf 2, and I want to sort of just lead my way out, get a good sight on them, and use a guiding bolt on that specific werewolf.
Very well. Esther, you draw forth your magical energies, and almost like you're lifting a card from a deck, your fingers begin to glow as they swirl and create this thin line of light around your fingers. You then hurl that line towards your target. It sears in their direction as a guiding bolt flies to hit werewolf number 2.
Okay, and I'm going to cast it on that second level. So let me just make sure I know what that does first. Okay, so another d6. Okay. So I take this. Yeah.
Ooh.
Alright. Sort of searing that one, and that does 46, and I'll just add another d6.
Mm-hmm. Also, real quick, what did you guys do with Murray? Is he in the wagon, or did you get him
No,
out?
I got him out with my water again.
Okay, yep.
I picked him up with my water and brought him back.
Wasn't I actually, like, whenever I fell, I was trying to, like, make sure that he didn't fall out of my grip or something.
Yeah, so Esther's currently got Murray. Okay, cool. Just
So
checking.
I'm just, like, holding up a skull as I point.
Yep.
You using Murray as your
My arcane focus, yeah. So another d6.
I did not agree to become your arcane focus. I am your arcane distraction. Oh, Countdown lady, sing this song, doo-da, doo-da. Found a werewolf 5 miles long, oh, the doo-da day.
With a d6, please go on to werewolf 2. I'm dropping it like 5 times. I'm just gonna drop it here.
Drop it in the chat. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so that's gonna be 5 damage. All right, there we go. Very nice. Werewolf 2. Look, that werewolf is not looking great. All right. Don't clip that, Jazz. I know that you're thinking about it. All right.
And then, sorry.
Nope. Yep. Go on.
If I still had movement.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on. Have a movement.
I do? No, it's okay. It's not. It's okay.
No, it's fine. I've weighed up the consequences. You can have a move.
Okay. Sorry.
Consequences. Wow.
Oh, don't worry. Just fall to the floor. It's already happened before, the Gog.
It's very true. That's very true. Esther has fallen through the floor already.
So with my slippers, I would be able to just, like, spider my way down, right? To the second floor?
Yeah, sure. All right, using your slippers of spider climb, you mount the walls and begin to slide down. You can see the wolf attacking Argento and Vagog as we now go to the outside. Kirill.
I'm just going, like, on the wall here.
Oh, that is such a dog move. I don't want to do it though, but I do. But I don't want to do it. I'm gonna ask Phoenix. Phoenix, if you're in chat, you know what this door does. I have an idea that involves this dude and the door. I want you to decide for me, Phoenix. I want you to decide if I should follow that strategy or not. But for the moment, Kirill will hold his ground.
Oh.
I think you told us what it is after last session.
Oh, I'm a monster. All right. The second werewolf will try to climb up the side of the building. He does not. This is not a great werewolf. He's very slowly making his way up. He will be up there in the next round, though. The next werewolf, werewolf 2, is going to try and climb up trying to avoid the AK writer, is going to claim a plot twist card. All right, I'm going to do it right now because, you know, I mean, here we go. This is going to be the plot twist card. Okay, this is the injured werewolf. Let's see. Plot twist card for AK writer. We have erratic behavior and all in the details. You may pick one of the two if you would like. So erratic behavior or all in the details. All right. Werewolf 2 is going to try and climb the scaffold that is now broken. He falls! Oh no! And he dies. Well...
Hero must look so disappointed at all these werewolves just falling everywhere.
That's what he gets. All right.
All things.
Oh, there goes that.
Oh, there's a reroll. All things fantasy. What's the reroll for? Is the reroll for the werewolf or is the reroll reroll the climb check? Yay! All right. Hold on.
No.
Yeah, please.
Hold on. Let me.
Fail.
So let me get werewolf 2 back up.
Let this werewolf feel get
Crit fail,
it's
he dragged
vendetta with
another
me
one.
now.
He just dies twice as bad.
All right. Here we go. Werewolf 2 getting a reroll. All right. Now listen, werewolf. There comes a time in every werewolf's life where a werewolf's gotta do what a werewolf's gotta do. Oh, and a werewolf goddamn do! Alright. Alright. The werewolf manages to climb up the scaffold. However, as it does so, the werewolf sees Esther.
Just on the wall at the moment.
You are.
Yeah, I'm on the wall.
All right.
Oh, AK Rider chose, by the way.
AK Rider. Erratic behavior. Oh. I'm going to try this because I've always wanted to do this. And I'm sorry, Esther, if things
No
go
worries.
wrong.
I want to see this. I want to see this.
Okay. All right.
Oh, no.
Erratic behavior. All right. So the werewolf, which is traditionally a chaotic, wild, mental, and ferocious creature, suddenly stops and smells the air. As it does so, it looks at the wall and it leans close as Esther's feet can be heard on the other side. The werewolf concentrates.
It's the monk wolf. The one-inch punch, yeah!
Esther, you feel like these tiny shockwaves underneath your feet as...
We've got our new Tales of a
Oh! That did not make it.
Oh.
That did not make it. As the werewolf goes, whack! as he hurts his hand.
I really want to see that, though. I really want to see this.
That would've been-
Someone give a reroll.
Look, it's fine. Poor wolf. All
I
right.
give up my Strahd point for that werewolf.
Give up this Strahd point. I just want this werewolf to live, to be honest. Also, hi, Tricky. Hey, Jasmine claimed the reroll. All right.
Yeah.
This one, you know what? This one we'll roll at advantage. Let's see.
Sorry,
Let's see
Esther,
how we
we
go.
need this.
No,
All right.
we gotta see this.
Oh, Jesus. Thank God for that.
Oh.
Thank God for the advantage. All right. So, with a 12, because the structure is already very unstable, the werewolf's fist goes through the wall and is going to try and grab on to Esther. Esther, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay, disadvantage. Look at that.
All right.
Well,
Also,
thank you.
AK and Jasmine. You guys are awesome.
This is just a horror scene in the making.
All right.
Whoa.
Oh, all right, Esther, you are grabbed literally, because I imagine when you're walking kind of, I guess, belly down when you're walking down the wall, you know what I mean? Like, unless you're really pro Spider-Man with walking with your back to the wall, that's, you know, a little weird, right? Like, you know, Exorcist kind of thing. So, as the hand reaches forward, it kind of grabs you by, like, the nape of your shirt and pulls you through the wall. As it does so,
That's scary.
as it does so, you are going to take... Damn, okay. You're going to take 10
Whoa.
points of damage.
Okay. Is that already on? Let me get that.
I will, I got it. All right, 10 points of damage as it pulls you through the wall, and it holds you. You are now kind of like hanging, like you're kind of grabbed onto its forearm as it's holding you precariously over the edge where the scaffold has been destroyed. The other hand wrapped around the gargoyle as it hangs and yells out, "Sanctuary!" There you go. Is that erratic enough for you, AK? I hope so, because that's the plot twist card we played. So we have played the plot twist card, erratic behavior. So that werewolf's been a bit strange. All right. There you go.
Awesome.
All right. The other werewolves, they look at the other one, and they kind of look at each other, and they're just like, I don't know. I think Gary's lost it a bit. we might wait down here.
Yes.
You got him, Gary! All right, so these werewolves are going to just sort of stay here and just like, just watch. They don't want to climb up while someone's up there. All right, this werewolf, however, is well and truly happy to take a nice big chunk out of Argento. Oh, and he absolutely does. All right. Oh, 10 points of damage.
Wait, he's grappled. Does that do anything?
It's already been calculated, so no.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
All right. Now, as this happens, I need Argento to make an athletics check. Oh, all right. As you are bitten, you swing on the cable, and you'd manage to avoid falling down. Gary's off his meds again. That's a good one. That was just, I don't know. Yeah, just this poor werewolf. I feel like Gary needs to make a comeback at some point. All right. So anyway, yes,
Don't kill this one, guys. That's good.
Argento, you have managed to not drop down. All right. Next up is Emil. Now, because we put a pin in Demiro's action, what I'm going to say is, not including what's going to happen in this round, Demiro, you have an opportunity to try and turn Emil against everyone.
Hashtag damn it, Gary.
Hashtag damn it, Gary. Thank you for the follow. Vavrafelt. Vavrafelt? Vavrafelt. Sorry, I try. Look, I'm Australian. I speak barely English. Yeah. Here, instead, here's a dancing phantom. I can hear you now.
No, I was saying, should I go now or wait till my turn?
Yeah, no, go now. What I'm saying is this will be an extra thing.
Okay.
So if depending on what you say, Emil might act right now.
Right. Well, I wanted to sort of say it and do an action at the same time.
Sure, you didn't do anything last round, so this is fine. Yeah.
So, well, how about we even up the odds and peg one of the grenades down so that the explosion hits the two guys, the two wolves, but not Emil.
Okay. Well, I mean, self-preservation's a good thing, and they've got really good hearing and smell. Okay, yeah, backstabbed. Emil then runs off. He's like, huh. Hey, this guy thinks he might actually drop something. The other two say, yeah, I don't believe him. The other one says, yeah, they're just bluffing. They're about to die any second. We're going to sink our teeth into their warm mammal flesh. And Emil's like, whoa, don't say I didn't warn you. I'll meet you back at the borough. All right. It's Borough. No, it's Borough. Borough. Look, what part of England are we from? I don't know anymore. It's all Barovia. It's supposed to be Europe. Well, what do they say? I don't know. I'm Australian. I don't even say borough. We don't have things with boroughs. You have foxes, you moron. How do you know there are foxes in Australia? Because I'm from Australia too, dumbass. Yeah, all right.
For fuck's sake, be quiet.
All right. So Emil has betrayed his clan and left. He has definitely won the wisdom check there. All right, next up we have Argento.
All right, so I'll basically get off the rope. I want to leap off the rope towards the wolf, and in doing so, I want to attack it like as an action.
Would you like
While I'm leaping.
Would you like Argento to attempt to swing his to swing his hammer while he swung towards the wolf in order to try and push it out the window?
Yeah. Basically, that's what I kind of want to do, like swing at him. So whether I push off with him and fly back and you swing into him, yeah.
All right. You start by kind of trying to build up momentum, swinging backwards, and as you do so, I need you to make me an athletics check to get into the swing. If you do so, you will get advantage on your next attack.
Ooh. Wow. Roll again to see if you... Oh, wait. No, yeah. Sorry. Nope, you're good.
Athletics.
All right. That's your athletics, so now you get a advantage on your attack as our Dragonborn Paladin swings backwards with his hammer. He charges at the wolf in front of him, and with a uppercut, maybe? Did you drop the thing on the werewolf?
Actually, no, sorry.
That's okay. Drop it on the werewolf. I'll let you do it again. With advantage. That'll mean that'll hit, but roll to see if you get a crit. Nah, you don't. Okay, that's fine. As you swing, you lift your hammer up in order to try and belt it and make it fly out the window. Deal your damage as you hit the werewolf.
12.
Sorry, I want to take a moment. First of all, I'd like to welcome a couple of people. First of all, I'd like to welcome Hendry, welcome. Nice to see you, dude. And I'd like to welcome Dead Kennedy. I'm just having a little laugh at this, and I want to read this out, right? Dead Kennedy comes in, and he says, I swear I did the same tower in my campaign. It went so badly. My little dwarven legs did so many stairs. And all I could think is, there's an elevator, right? Like, there's literally a lift. I'm like, your game is definitely going super badly if you're taking the stairs in Van Richten's tower. Straight up. Like, that's just... But that's cool. Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome. Okay. Tiny little legs. All right. So, roll your damage, and as you do, you are going to knock this guy clean out the window. And then I would like I would like one of our audience members, our lovely audience members. Actually, let me see if I've actually got this right. Is it doing things? Nope.
As he flies out the window, I'll just say this.
Nope, I don't have that
set
set
up. The window, he's no longer grappled, but Tether's break.
Sure, very well. Yep, very well. All right, somebody in the audience can roll me a D100 as the damage goes through. All right, so... It's not working. I don't know why. All right, so that is 24 damage. Yeah, roll physical dice. Physical dice is fine. All right. As the creature falls out the window, you hear this.
Ouch.
And what do we get for our physical 100s? Because I don't have the thing working on my Twitch stream. 78. That favors the party. It is over. It is over the 75% I had set. Meaning, this wolf who is down here, he's finally like, yes, I've made it. I finally climbed up to the second story of the tower. And suddenly, this other wolf smashes through the window straight into this guy. They both take 2d6 points of fall damage.
Wow.
They both take 4 points of damage as they fall out the window.
Nice.
And crash onto the ground. Well done. Ow. The elevator was down, now I have character with awesome thigh muscles. That's awesome. As if dwarves needed bigger thigh muscles.
The elevator was broken already.
All right. The Gug. It is your turn.
All right. I fly up to Esther and going to attempt to release the grasp from from the werewolf hand to her. Or assuming I can see it, but is Esther like?
It's outside. You can see the opening in the hole, right? But they're just adjacent to the hole. So let me see if I can draw this a little bit better.
Okay.
Also, if you are attacking, you do have the advantage because of the guiding bolt.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, this is the guiding bolt one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. It's the vendetta, you know?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So that is the opening in Van Richten's tower, now created by Gary. Can't take Gary anywhere.
Gary.
Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna go try to fly out of a window to get to the one next to her. Probably
Gary.
the one to Gary, yeah, sorry. So like he pulled her out. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna fly up to the hole, get right next to him. And I'm going to, as I'm flying at him, I kind of stick my hand out, and I'm going to channel the cold magics and try to use chill touch on him.
And say, no, Gary, you can't have a cookie.
You can't have a cookie. All right. So I have advantage on this. Oh, it's a range.
Yes.
So actually, I would actually probably be a little bit further away, but still flying at him, kind of push the cold hand at him. My bad. So I saw it said range 5, so I have advantage. Drop that 2. That is a 20. Silence.
You're muted.
All right. with a 20, your hand manages to touch onto the furry coat of the were creature. As it does so, a chilled spread of spiderweb-like ice starts to brace over his back. All right. Deal your damage.
So 7 necrotic damage. And it can't regain any hit points for 1 round. And something about the grant disadvantage. Oh, that's if it's undead. Okay, yeah. I don't think a werewolf is undead, so.
All right.
Yeah, so it doesn't get the grant disadvantage.
Very well.
But it can't regain any hit points if it hasn't.
Well, he does
For 1
not.
round.
He does not have fast healing. He licks his wounds. No. Demiro.
So there's, where are they? Lost them. Okay, so there's still the 2 down the bottom. So yeah, I will prime the grenade and drop it on their heads. Don't say I didn't warn you.
All right, make your attack. You need to get a 5 on a ranged attack.
I don't have a specific thing. I'll just roll my crossbow.
All right, perfect. Yep. The bomb flies from your hand over the side of the balcony. It passes the Gary and Esther and lands directly onto Werewolf 3. Now, immediately, Werewolf 3 and 4 are going to flee the scene. Covered in the smell of the wolf's bane, they have no choice but to try and retreat. Kirill yells out, "Where are you going? Come back here, you filthy bastards! I didn't give you permission to run with your tails between your legs! Arrgh! Curse you, Van Richten."
I'm sorry, but Van Richten is not home today.
All right. Sorry, we're not taking unsolicited visitors.
The tower is closed.
All right, Esther, it is your turn. You're being grabbed by the neck, by the not the neck, but the again the shirt
Circle. Yeah.
by this werewolf. What do you do?
Okay, so, what? So while I'm being held, would I still be able to, make an attack against this werewolf?
Yeah, totally. You would be grappled, so there is, of course, penalties involved. But yeah, I don't see.
Could I see Esther over the side?
It's difficult,
It looks
but
like she's
yes,
hanging over.
like she's like the overhang is. She's literally directly underneath you, so you'd have to you would have to be leaning over the edge to see her. But yes, you could.
You can do it, Esther. Get Gary. I'll give her an inspiration with my bonus action.
So, okay. And what exactly would be the penalty for grappled again?
It'll already be applied by Fantasy Grounds, so just go ham.
Oh, if you want me to, okay. I was just trying to see if I want to try to break the grapple first or if I just want to attack, but I can just do the attack. I want to pull out because I don't think I'd exactly have much strength to just try to whack it with my mace at the moment.
So you can add a D8 from the inspiration to whatever you want,
Yeah.
whether it's a skill check or an attack.
Okay. And I have to do that before I know the result, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've got unfailing inspiration now, so if it doesn't work, you can use it again on another one.
Okay, I'll use my D&S attack. I want to take out the coven knife.
All right. You reach into the side of your pouch and you pull out the wicked and nasty-looking knife that was property of the witch of the old bone grinder.
Ah, actually, you can wait until after you roll before deciding to add it, but before the DM says whether you succeed or not.
Right.
So if you roll well, then you can just take it, but if you don't roll well, then you can add it.
Okay. And I'll just do this with a melee attack for one of my weapons. And I guess since it's a coven knife, I just kind of look at Gary and I just say, "From mother," and let's see, I think I would use my mace, just like as the text.
Yep.
And then let's see, and then okay. Okay.
All right, 1d4 plus your strength as you stab it.
Okay. Let's see. I'll do the 1d4 first, then I'll just add my strength, which is, well, I don't have strength, so I'll just do the 1d4.
There you go.
Well, why do you hate this werewolf?
Oh, just roll in chat.
Dice?
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, 5. That is done. All right, as the magical coven knife sinks its teeth into the throat of the werewolf, Gary drops you. You plummet, falling from the second story down. You can make a dexterity saving throw if you would like.
Do I see her falling?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to reaction cast Featherfall.
Very well.
I still make the
Not
check.
concentration. So.
You can make the dex save at advantage now because you are featherfold.
Well, no, Featherfall means she'll fall to the ground without taking damage.
No, I know.
Oh.
But you can also choose to grab onto the edge if
Oh,
you...
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, if you would let me open Fantasy Grounds again. Thank you. Why did it do that to me? Why? Okay, no, it's still up. Okay, I thought it had closed. Okay. Well, there we go. And then dexterity.
All right, with a 13, you manage to grab onto the edge of the... Well, with the slow aiding your descent, you grab onto the edge of the scaffold. Unless you don't want to, either way. You know that the spell is going to let you fall to the ground very softly. However, at the ground level, you know there is, of course, Kirill still down there. And 2 werewolves.
Yeah. I think I'm fine. I think I'm good.
Yeah, you're going to grab onto the thing?
I would just be holding on to the scaffold then?
Yep. So you're hanging off the edge of the scaffold and you are grabbing onto it. All right. Now with
Okay.
Kirill. Kirill says, bark to this. All right, listen. We're calling it off. This food's not worth it. Gary, get down from there. As he steps forward towards the door, as he sees this imposing iron structure, he leans forward and he says, some things just ain't worth the trouble, eh? And he touches the door with his hand. As it does so, the runes begin to light up. And as they do, lightning begins to coalesce at the top of the tower. No one's on the top floor, are they? Nope.
I think
Nope.
no.
And as they...
Miro's outside.
All right.
Oh.
And as they do so, a storm cloud rises from above where you happen to be. And as this happens, all of a sudden, from all around you, there is a sound like cracking thunder, but so close, almost as if it were directly above where you were currently standing. Let's see if I can get this going. Here we go. Oh, I love this one. All right. On the top of the tower, just above where the workshop for Van Richten was, you suddenly see lightning coalesce at the top of the roof. And emerging from this lightning is a terrifying lizard shape with immense and massive wings. As the lightning
What?
crackles and crashes,
Oh no!
a blue dragon rises in the sky above. It beats its immense wings, and you hear an echoing... Oh, actually, sorry. Let me try that again. I do apologize for the volume, but I'm doing this on purpose. You ready? Here we go. Beautiful. And as it reaches up with its mighty jaw, it leans backwards, and you watch as these waves of thunderous light blow into the wings, glowing blue energy climbs up the center scales into its jaw. And as it does so, it looks at Van Richten's tower and opens its mouth, unleashing a terrifying and terrible blast. As lightning explodes the tower, you hear the sound of tumbling rocks as the building begins to collapse around you. The whole structure turning to one side as you begin to lose your balance. Gary is panicked. And that is where we are going to end today's session.
Ah!
All right.
No!
Did you guys have fun? Woo!
Oh my god, this is scary.
Hashtag damn it, Gary. Somehow this is still Gary's fault. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know what you meant. So I didn't kill Gary, right?
No, you haven't killed Gary.
Okay.
That's the
I'm
important
so
thing.
confused.
Gary's
Like,
still
is he
alive.
undead now? Is he a zombie?
No, Gary's not dead. Gary is not a zombie. Gary's
Okay.
Gary's not on many hit points, I will say that. Gary is, however, on a falling building with a blue dragon floating around. But, of course, the werewolves have been given the signal to leave, so you don't have to deal with them. But they don't like the fact that, so many of them were repelled, yeah, this douchebag has basically unleashed the dragon upon you. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Michael. I am the Dead Aussie Gamer. If you haven't been to this channel before, then a very warm and hearty welcome. We are all about positivity here. We are all about having fun and playing cool games because we love D&D. We love role-playing. And we love doing it more than anything with the people we love and, of course, you guys at home. At the end of each game, we use something that is inspired by our dear friend over at the Dreaded GM's channel, and that is memorable moments, where we go back and we think about the most memorable thing that happened to us today, and we talk about it. We also invite you, the audience, to tell us what your memorable moments are. If you have any questions for the cast or for myself, let us know, and then afterwards we are going to go on a raid where you guys will have the opportunity to earn more dag dollary dues, which you can use to help or hinder my party as we go. So, favorite moment today, starting with Esther. What was the most memorable thing from today's session? Go.
Well, I guess it was one of two things. I did like the mention of the mother again, because the hags had basically said that we could go because of her sacrifice to the mother. So that was cool to see that again. But also, Gary, just Gary.
Scary.
Just the whole game, just all a four-finger punch to grab Esther. Just
Dude, that was amazing. The 1 inch.
and we were all rooting for him. We're like, yeah, you got this,
Like,
man.
dude, Gary, I'm totally making a character.
That's very true. Gary was definitely a VIP of today's game. Now, guys, first of all, really quick, thank you so much to the Fourth Culture for raiding with 21 people. Guys, welcome. You're late. I'm just finishing. But thank you so much for the raid, dudes. It is so awesome to see you guys. Tell me, how was your game? Did you guys have a good time? Let me know in chat. We're actually doing our memorable moments right now, so everyone is actually going through their highlights for today's game. Then we're going to go and raid someone. But do stick around. Doesn't matter if you've just come here. Doesn't matter if you know what's going on. Stick around because my channel, we do a lot of audience participation stuff, and dag dollars is literally how you do it. You can add NPCs, you can add hero points, you can get people to reroll, you can do a bunch of cool stuff. So stick around for the raid so you can earn some extra points. All right. We are playing Curse of Strahd. The group just had an encounter on Van Richten's tower, a large dilapidated tower belonging to a vampire hunter, where the group was hunted down and attacked by a group of wolves. Thankfully, they managed to repel the wolves with the aid of the group's actions, leaving the wolves retreating, but not before they triggered one of the traps on Van Richten's tower, which has summoned a mighty blue dragon, which next week we're going to come and deal with. But going back to favorite moments real quick, Demiro, what was your most memorable moment from today's session?
I thought that Kirill was fairly amusing. Just happened to be wandering past and thought he'd come over for a snack. But he's pretty vindictive. If I can't have him, nobody will.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, actually, so the story behind that was actually really interesting. So he's just a random encounter, right? That happens anywhere in Barovia. But what I like to think is, like, because Van Richten is a well-known vampire hunter, he is well-known for, like, a whole bunch of different stuff. So Kirill had an investment of making sure that Van Richten wasn't coming back to town, you know? And when you guys were there, you didn't seem to be with him, and Van Richten's a bit of a loner. You know, there was a wagon he didn't see before, and he's like, oh, okay. You know, it's like, are you really there? And then once he's kind of figured out that, these guys are just like, you know, robbing the place, whatever. You know, it definitely wasn't worth killing you. Setting the dragon off is just vindictive, and him just being like, yeah, ha ha ha, you know, which was a very jerk move. But, you know, it's what the audience wanted, so that's what we did. Because we did a poll, and they said attack them with a dragon. So I was like, okay.
Now we're going to have to sift through all the rubble to find the Van Richten's book.
That's true. That's true. You have to go. You have to sift through the rubble to find Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. He said the name of the book. He said the name of the other book. You know, the book that we play with. Oh, he said the name. Just like when he says, you know, hey, have you heard of the curse? What curse? The curse of Strahd. Ah, it's like when you say the name of the movie in the movie.
He said the title.
Clark, I know you've just started at the Daily Planet, but there's a second person I want you to meet. Hi, I'm Clark. I'm Clark 2. Oh wow, that's amazing. I'm Superman 2. Shit. Yeah. Anyway, Argento. Sorry, I get distracted very easily.
Sorry.
I think I really liked. I liked how the wolves were a bit uncoordinated. It seemed that they're all menacing and everything, but they keep falling over. They had the banter back and forth when Emil decides he's gonna cut and run on everybody.
Are you flexing on my werewolves right now?
No.
Is that what you're doing? Are you sitting here going like, these werewolves are a bit of a pushover, Mike?
And the other one knocks him off, and then they fall off the scaffold. We have to save him, but then Emil to me is like, I'm out of here, guys. See you back at the burrow. It's just like in the middle of the tag, he just decides I'm out. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, again, they weren't hungry. They weren't really doing anything. This was just a vendetta kind of thing. So it made sense for Emil to get out of Dodge. So I mean, that was kind of cool. But yeah, no, because the thing is, and I hate when DMs do this. I hate when DMs decide that everyone has to fight to the death for no reason, right? It irritates me. It's one of the worst things I can see in a game, and so it's nice to see characters who have that's actually why I wanted to take a moment. I wanted to see how the dichotomy of the werewolves worked in the book, and I took the moment to do that, which is important, so that I could do that scene better, so I could use the plot twist card that the audience gave, so I could make sure that everyone had a good experience, and I think it worked well, and Emil was great for that, and
it came down to the roles too, I mean, obviously they were unlucky with their roles.
So unlucky with their roles.
That's really what I mean. At the end of the day, it was just quite funny how could have went a different way. It could have been pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, well, I think
it couldn't seem to roll well.
Well, I think Dead Kennedy was saying, and I think a few people were saying, like, Van Richten's Tower is really tough. The werewolves are a really difficult fight. And advice to people who are running this game, I actually made this encounter easier. There were also 12 wolves, like real wolves, that were supposed to be here as well. I cut them out because I hate super long, pointless initiatives. I will definitely have the wolves show up at some other point. I will definitely have moments where you guys will not have time to recover and the wolves will come in later. But what I won't do is I won't just go, oh cool, 24 monsters appear. Now I'll go through initiative. And then initiative, and then initiative, and then initiative, and then initiative, and then it's pointless. It's crap. So 7 things is 10 things is as much as I'll put in any one encounter at a time. So yeah, that's me. All right. Last but not least, Vagog. Memorable moment, please.
Tasperl actually mentioned my favorite. It was he said Argento Cyrus. When Argento slid down the rope and he collided with the werewolf.
That was very
throwing
cool.
it out of the window.
That was very epic. That was very swashbuckling, swinging down the chain of the elevator and going, yeah, take this, you werewolf. That was very cool. Very, very cool. Basically this world's version of Batman. I love it. As for me, I think probably my most memorable moment, ironically, right, was probably the scene that had the least action in it. I loved how DeMiro, during the first few rounds, was piecing together the bits and pieces, trying to solve really minor problems. I have wood, but I have no fire. Heat metal, right? And again, I
know. I'll heat this kettle and throw it in the pot.
Throw it in the wood, right? It was great because I love that was happening at the same time that werewolves were attacking. So that was really cool. So yeah, those are
guys. Zero, come on.
There you go. All right. So
making bombs.
All right. So
I got to use one and I summoned a blue dragon with it.
That's very true. That's very true. Well, you know what? You've still got more of them, and don't forget, this will probably not be the last time that you guys will deal with werewolves. Well, you know what? Sorry. Okay, so we are now going to go and head to Raid Town. Population, all of you fine, wonderful people. We are going to go and raid. Who are we raiding? No one is D&Ding. No one is D&Ding. Was it just me?
Aw.
Is this why Fourth Culture raided me? Because I was the last guy online?
I see Captain Robert, but
Captain Robert is always on reruns.
yeah.
If he was not on reruns, I would absolutely raid him. I would 100% raid him. Captain Robert is awesome. He's a great guy. I never see him when he's not raiding. Thing. Let's see. Shalalo is a wonderful human being who does a lot of artwork, who does a lot of charity stuff, who is a very near and dear friend to both myself and the dreaded GM. We are going to go and share some love with Shalalo. Again, when we go over to that channel, do be sure to give her the good old-fashioned dead Aussie raid emotes. Those of you who have the chance to, please just copy and paste these lovely pre-made raid commands when we go and raid them, because we love sharing, this thing that we do, this hobby that we have, because ultimately it's one that connects us all together. It's the one that makes us feel powerful and amazing. It allows us to express the best of our creativity with the people that we love the most. So thank you, all of you, for joining us and having a great time. Yes? Sorry?
Say hi to Sven for me.
Sven? Who's Sven?
For sure.
Oh, her
Well,
shark.
not like an actual shark, but like a plush shark.
Yes, say hi to Sven. I thought you were telling me to say hi to someone called Sven. I was like, oh, do I live with a Sven?
Oh yeah, Shadow.
Is there like a ghost behind me? Oh my god. Yes. So thank you so much.
Hello, Sven.
Thank you so much to everyone. And of course, yes, do be sure to say hello to Sven when you get there, which is the plushy shark that Charlotte has. Till next time, guys, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, everyone.
Bye. Good night.